Hello, I'm John Peel, and this is the last episode of the present series of Moving People. Over the past 5 weeks, we've brought you a wide range of different moving stories. And tonight we'll be following the story of pensioner Lucy Sinclair, who's found love for the second time.
My love for George is unbelievably like my first love was when I was 17.
And the tragic story of Tay Devlin, who's been given only 18 months to live.
I've got arthritis, psoriasis, a drink problem, MS, cancer. My doctor told me I've got 18 months. There ain't a lot more that anyone could do to me, is there?
But first, meet William, who's 15.
My name's Will and I've just turned 15. My parents are split up and I'm moving out of the family home in Bowes, County Durham, to live with my mum in Norwich. This is my room in Norwich. I didn't think I was coming for that long, so I just brought a bag, I thought I'd just come in. So mum and dad had sorted everything out. I didn't really think that there was anything the matter with my mum and dad's relationship. It seemed to be sort of all okay. They had the occasional fight, but I suppose all couples do really, don't they? So things developed, shall we say. And mum kept on telling me things which dad had supposedly done, and dad kept on telling me things that mum had supposedly done. See, I can never sort of tell what's the real story. Mum and dad's stories are both so different. This is my mum, Pat. And she's, well, she won't tell us what age she is, but we guess she's in her 40s. This is my sister Louise, and she's 25, I think. Tomorrow we're going up to the family house. Mum's asked me to make a list of things to get. I'm really nervous at the moment about going up to collect my things tomorrow. I really don't want to see my dad. I think that's the main thing. I haven't spoken to him for ages. I just really do not want to see him. This is the family home in Bowes. It's the kitchen. Yeah. It's a bit weird because all the work stuff is like empty. Tell nobody's been using it. And that is me in the second year at Teesdale Comprehensive. Okay, show the rest of the house. That's my height mark when I was 30th of July 1995. That's me on the 13th of January 96, so we have to come up here, so I grew a bit. How are you, Mum? Okay?
I don't like coming back and seeing our house like this, so I don't feel very happy about it.
It's really quite strange. This is my old room. Some of the things like this I've had since I've been really little, sort of a money box rocking horse. And it's important for me to take them to Norwich because I don't want to leave them behind and sort of forget the memories. One Valentine's Day, Dad brought Mum 3 cheese and it represents each of the children. This is William, my tree. This is Louise, and that's Daniel. Barry said that I can't bring the tree down because if we sell the house, then I won't know what happens to it. This is my sledge, which my dad made for me. And we always used to go out tobogganing in Norfolk on it. Well, everything's just like not here anymore, it's weird. Not really sad, just going for 2 new things, I suppose. You taking these?
I'd like to, darling, but...
Well, I gave that to you. It says Happy Birthday, Mum.
Would you like me to take it then? But then we'll be cross.
It says Happy Birthday, Mum on the back.
I know it does, darling. And it's my very favourite painting of all time. Right,
I think you might have an extra.
I think Daddy will go absolutely flipped.
He won't.
You sure? What do you think, Lily?
Yeah.
It is yours.
I know.
I'm here to get personal possessions. I spent sort of 4 years of my life there, and I might never go into that house again.
You little monkey. Come on, off you go.
Just got back from a 6-hour drive from County Durham. I am really tired. I'm too tired to talk right now, so I'll speak to you in the morning. I didn't think I was going to have all my stuff in from Bose in Norwich because I thought it was only sort of temporary. My teddy. But now it's down there, it's sort of dawning on me that it's sort of going to be a bit more permanent. I think my childhood is over, and I think the main cause for that is Mum and Dad splitting up, because I've had to take on a lot more responsibilities. I've had to stop doing things which you do when you're a child. I think also the fact that I haven't got a sort of a dad to talk to, you know. It's always nice when you sort of have to talk to your dad. It has changed the way I think and feel about my parents. Because, you know, when you're little, you think your parents are absolutely brilliant, don't you? You know, you think they're sort of superheroes or something. Especially, I used to think that of my dad. I thought he was brilliant. You know, he seemed to know everything about everything. You know, I could always ask him something and he'd know. He could answer the question. And I realised that they're human. I mean, everybody's human, and I realised that, you know, they're just the same as me, just a bit older. And their sort of squabbles with friends and things just become a bit more serious than squabbles with my friends. Well, we've settled in here now, and I'm going to miss some things from County Durham, like, well, my dad's going to stay there, and the rugby and my friends. But I think I've got a lot to look forward down here. I've got a new life, I've got my education, and I've got new friends to meet. I think I've left most of the trauma from the move in Durham because I'm settling down now and enjoying myself. And hopefully I can get on with my life and look forward to see what's going to happen next.
I'm Lucy Sinclair. I'm a widow in my 60s and I live in Bexhill-on-Sea. I'm moving from this 1-bedroom flat to a 2-bedroom flat 10 minutes away. I want to make a fresh start because I'm starting a new chapter in my life. I'm getting married for the 2nd time in January. My first husband Tony died in 1989 when we had just purchased this flat in Bexhill. We had such a happy marriage, had this nice flat, but I had no one to share it with. Unfortunately, I couldn't have any children, and I was so lonely. I missed my husband so much, so I joined Widow and Widowers Club. 2 years ago, I met George.
I'm George Coomber. Well, I've lived in Bexhill now since 1987-88. I moved here from Brighton. After the wife died, I didn't really know, in a sense, what I was doing. I just drifted.
I'm moving from this flat because we wanted to start fresh anyhow.
I won't be moving in myself until we get married. It might seem old-fashioned, but there again, I suppose I am old-fashioned in certain ways.
I would describe Bexhill partly as a retirement town, but there is a lot of life in Bexhill. If I hadn't met George, I think my life would have been very empty, very artificial.
How much I love you.
My love for George is unbelievably like my first love was when I was 17. Tony bought me this little troll 30 years ago, and I always treasure it. We used to laugh about it, and it reminds me, it didn't look like that, but it still reminds me of him. This is my friend and neighbour, Margot Bartlett.
Hello.
I've been friends with her for 6 years, ever since I moved down here.
You and I stuck together and we've had lots of
That's
fun
Oh,
here.
yes.
We've had some good times,
Yes,
good laughs.
Yes.
And we've stuck together through the harder times.
Oh, yes, that's right.
So I shall miss you greatly.
Yes. Well, you know, we're only 5 minutes away.
I'm going to miss Lucy a great deal because we used to go out to pictures together and go out for a meal. We liked curry.
Yes, oh yes. We used
And
to
then
go
George came along and he robbed me off her and her company. So he's got a lot to answer for.
I enjoy a good curry, so it would be nice to go out in one evening and
Yes.
Yes,
do
and
that.
you buy us both a curry instead of,
Yeah, all right then.
instead of buying our own.
Oh, you're making me pay for my robbery, are you?
Now, I hope you've taken my fish. Oh, lovely boys. Actually, I think it's a girl and a boy because they're courting now,
Yes.
and he's suddenly getting little black tips as if his
Oh,
hormones are working.
Oh,
Can I get that
bye-bye.
again?
Bye bye.
Bye-bye. We shan't be far away.
No, you won't.
No.
No.
Thanks for everything.
Well, this is it. Last night. Tomorrow I go. It's been 6 years. First 2, not very happy. The next 2, middling. But the last 2 have been happy years. But I just want tomorrow to come now and just get to the other flat and start again. The removal people, they're working very hard and they got here nice and early, so I think they deserve the tea. Yeah. It seems very strange to me that this is my life here in bags and boxes, all what I've collected over the years and all memories and treasured pieces, all in bags and boxes ready to go. Much quicker than I thought
That's
they were going
right,
to be.
yeah,
They've been great,
yeah,
haven't they?
that's true.
A home can be a tent in a field if you're with the right person, and you could still make it cosy. And of course I'm looking forward to having a double bed. You know, I just like to cuddle up to someone at night and wake up in the morning, have someone beside me. I think we're very, very lucky to have found each other.
Yeah, I'm pleased Lucy's moved in. I can't wait now to get married and move in with Lucy permanently.
What I'm looking forward to, most of all, it's after the wedding, coming home as Mr. and Mrs. Comber to our own little home. The only regret is that, you know, we haven't got more time, but then we had our other partners in our early lives, so we can't have everything. It's so homely, and now we've decorated, it's so cosy. George has worked very, very hard. I know I've made the right move. I'm very, very happy here. Sometimes it frightens me because I am so happy. I feel as though the bubble has gone to burst. And I was happy before, and then the bubble burst. And this is what I'm frightened of happening again. George says that I must not keep worrying and thinking like this. I've got to live each day as it comes and make the most of every day, and this is what we're going to do.
After the break, the story of Tay Devlin.
Right, it's 6 o'clock Sunday morning. I'm having my breakfast. And we're away. We're really on the move now. Everything's sorted. We're adrift.
Tay Devlin's been a lot of things in his time. Painter, sculptor, poet, alcoholic. At the top, he was a war hero. At rock bottom, he slept in doorways and lived rough. He's still left with a drink problem and a fighting spirit. Here's his story.
Hi, I'm Tay Devlin. I live in a flat in St Austell in Cornwall. It's quite nice down here. But I want to move up to Norwich to be near my family and near my grandchildren in the latter days of my life. I've got arthritis, psoriasis, a drink problem, MS, cancer. My doctor told me I've got 18 months. There ain't a lot more that anyone can do to me, is there? I started life in Barnardo's, and when I was 17 and a half, I went and joined the army. Then I met a girl and raised a family. She couldn't take the pressure of army life, so I left. That was about, I don't know, 67, when the kids were like 5 and 6. I just disappeared from their lives for years and years. And then sort of concentrated on my army career for about 15 years. And I met someone that I fell in love instantly with, and we got together, and it was great. It was 83, I think, when we met, and we had a little boy, a little girl, and we were very happy. But then she was tragically killed in October of 89, and I lost the whole family, everyone killed in a car crash, and that put me on the streets and put me on the bottle. I learned how to adapt on the streets, and I started selling the Big Issue. That gave me a chance. And then St Mungo's, after 2 years, gave me a shot at a hostel, and I took it. And that was like a move in the right direction. And luckily, my 2 daughters from my first marriage managed to find me, and we're actually rebuilding a relationship together. And it's good, because they got grandchildren, and that's it. So I've got a life again. But yeah, I'm one of the lucky ones, definitely, that I'm able to even consider moving. It ain't Wentworth, and it ain't Beverly Hills, but it's home. And anything beats a doorway, I'll tell you that for nothing. Right, this is going into the most important part of the house for me. This is where I bring all my birds. And this is Ready Teddy. If I get a little bit closer, you'll understand why I call him Ready Teddy. Because he wears lots of condoms in his belt for me. That is Lou. You might notice a picture of my favourite lady. And these are my fish. None of them have got names, but there is a puffy one, looks like it's got lipstick on. A few nutty flowers and bits and pieces. I like dried flowers because you don't have to water them. I get full disability allowance, and most of my money goes into the house because I spend nearly all my time here. I like sculpting, and I like painting, and I like writing. So it's just doing a bit of everything, you know. Just part of the game. This is about me and drink, and I try and be truthful with myself. It's called Life's Brew. Life is a war zone. It is for a few. Amnesia to pain. Few cans of special brew. I'm created by women, children and friends. Too much money, too little it seems. That's what life's all about, isn't it? Fitting in and meeting good people. I'll have to do it all again in Norwich now. Well, it's getting down to the last bits and pieces. Packing all the blue videos. Make myself happy when I get to the new place. Well, I've got my friends here helping me out because I'm only a little squidge. I can't carry all the stuff. I think I fall off over bolts down the stairs. This is half my girlfriend, by the way. She don't say a lot. But I bought the underwear for her.
See you in a bit,
mate.
Yeah, see you in a bit.
I'll see you down the pub for a drink, yeah? No, Becky likes it. Oh, shut up. I'll get you back. Right, it's 6 o'clock Sunday morning. I'm having my breakfast. And we're away. We're really on the move now. Everything's sorted. We're adrift. Well, we arrived late last night. We put everything in the garage, and this is my new place. And trying to find everything is mental. There's me shower. This is the new place. This is the new move, and very welcome. Oh, I don't know. I'd rather die with dignity than die with, dying in a bed on my back, you know. I'd rather just die. Right. It's the kitchen, the sink. That is the fail-safe. That is when I'm running out of special brews. This is like part of my arty-farty stuff. I buy a lot of mannequins and things. Right, you're not allowed to smoke in here. It's £1,000 fine. So I'm trying to get everything as right as I can and have at least the last year of my life with things that I like and things that I enjoy. This is my beautiful, lovely, I'm trying to think of something nice to say about her, my daughter Sharon, and this is my little hot shot, Tel Chong. Yeah, can you understand why I've had to come out here? I love her so much.
It's a bit like meeting a stranger. Although you know you're related, if you haven't grown up with someone, you don't really know him. He's Sean's only granddad.
You could have done it.
So
yes, clever boy.
they're good for each other. I don't really know what to expect, but just take it a day at a time at the moment and make the most of what we have got, I suppose.
Cheers. Oh, we go.
No oil painting, he's no saint, but his heart's in the right place. Isn't it?
Well, that's it for this series. Thanks for watching.
If you're moving over the next few months and you'd like to be considered